Everybody talks and gives you advice on how to get your confidence, but nobody really talks about how to get your confidence back if you had it and then all of a sudden you lost it. Deep inside, you know, and you go back to those times where you were so confident, when you could have literally achieved anything you wanted, and you know you did that, but then all of a sudden you realize that you lost that ability. You doubt yourself, you have anxiety over literally absolutely nothing, and every little thing triggers you. Today I'd like to talk about how to get that confidence back. I'm going to be sharing 5 steps that I found that were super useful for me, and I hope they'll be useful for you. So let's get started. First thing we're going to be doing was start with working backwards. You have 2 options here. You can go back and look at your past self and see what were they doing at that time, what were they feeling, what were their motivators, or what I really recommend is to look at your future self. Look at your future self as if they achieved anything you wanted to achieve. Imagine how they'll be acting, imagine what they'll be doing, imagine what they'll be wearing, imagine what will they be eating, imagine what their day would look like. And what I would recommend is writing all those things down, and then create, I don't want to call it a vision board, but create like a mood board of what they'll be doing, what their day will look like. You can save pictures, you can create a Pinterest board, whatever you want. But then what I really want you to do is start doing all those little things. Say they're getting a massage once a week. You don't necessarily have to book a massage once a week, but try to maybe book it once a month. Say they wake up early, do a workout. Again, you don't have to go crazy and squeeze a 1-hour workout in your day if you're extra busy, but it could be something like morning exercise or a couple of minutes of stretches. Every little thing that you'll be doing, it will reprogram your brain to act like your future self that's extra confident. So that will naturally boost your confidence step by step. Again, we're working backwards and we're taking small steps, one at a time. Step 2 is a little bit of self-reflection, and I do recommend doing this when you have time and when you have energy and when you know that you'll have minimal distraction. Also do it when you know that you don't have any other plans for that day, because it can get emotional. We're gonna get to the core of the problem. It can be as simple as just closing your eyes and thinking about it, or you can go a little bit one step further and you can start meditating, or what I really recommend is start writing everything down, literally everything that comes into your head. Think about that. Just keep asking yourself that same question. When did I lose my confidence? Why did I lose my confidence? And the answer might not be obvious to you right now, but the more you ask yourself, the deeper and deeper you'll be going inside of you, and you realize that, you know, it might have been one thing, like one crucial thing that caused you to lose your confidence, or it could be a million of small things, a million of instances where people were putting you down, obviously unintentionally, maybe intentionally. If you write all of those things down, don't think of them as something bad. Think of them more of lessons. By no means I want to dismiss on what happened to you. Of course it was bad, of course it was unfair, and really sorry for what happened to you. But my point here is for you to accept what happened to you, accept that lesson, forgive that person, forgive yourself, let it go, and move on. Move on with your life. Do not dwell on it. Just let it go. It's not serving you any good. It's literally just draining your energy, and it's not letting you move on with your life. It's not letting you achieve those goals. It might not be obvious right at this moment, but deep inside you're probably dwelling on that moment, and you're like, oh my god, why did that person did this to me? Why did the person said this to me? Just let it go and move on. Please, I'm begging you. Life is so much better. You have beautiful things in front of you. You have beautiful things in your future, and you have beautiful things in your present. So let's just keep working on it. You'll have to write all of those things down. It probably won't happen overnight. It probably won't happen in one of your journaling or meditation session, you probably will have to go back to it again and again. What also can happen is you could be literally walking, or it could be during your work day, this thought comes into your head, be like, boom, oh my God, I realized that I lost my confidence then and there. Do write it down, don't forget about it. And then when you have time, go back to what you wrote down and reflect on it. How that made you feel, how it's making you feel right now that you realize that that was the reason. Again, try to find the lesson in it, forgive, let it go, and move on. And let's move on to the next point. Step 3, this one might be a little bit hard too, especially if you have a lot of anxiety over anything and everything, or anxiety over trying new things. But you have to do something new every day. It could be something little that, using a bigger spoon to stir your coffee, or start curling your hair on a different side than you usually do. Say, like, you usually start curling your hair, straightening your hair, blow drying your hair, or whatever on the left side, start doing it on the right side. You know what I mean? So all those little things, they will reprogram your brain into thinking that, oh, trying new things is not that scary. So when you actually have to try different new thing that's like seems like super scary, say like you have to give this presentation at work and you never gave presentations in your life, you won't be as scared. Obviously you'll be still scared and worried, but your brain would be like, oh, okay, I did new things before and it wasn't that scary, so this time it probably won't be that scary. This kind of ties back us to our first step, work backwards, create our version of future self. Imagine what your future self would be doing every day and try to do one of those things too if you can. Again, it doesn't have to be anything big, but you can kind of alternate between new things that your future self might be doing, or new things in general, like taking a new route to work, or taking a new route when you go for a walk, or trying a new workout, or trying a new drink, a new recipe. It could be anything, but try to do it every day. Even if you don't do it every day, that's fine. As long as you try, 2-3 things every week, that's still better than nothing. Don't let, try something new every day discourage you. Do it at your own pace. We're all different. Step number 4. This one is my favorite, actually. It could be a little bit difficult, but once you do that, it's so rewarding and it's just amazing. It is. Sorry, that was my dog. Step 4 is cultivating a supportive environment. It could be anything from the books you listen to, the videos you watch on YouTube, the movies, the TV shows you watch. The key here is having supportive surrounding, meaning people who surround you. Find friends that actually genuinely care about your accomplishments, that are genuinely happy for, the good things that happen to you, and friends who support you when you fail, support you when you have, a down moment. Friends who text you to check in on you every week. Find those people. I'm sure you already have those people in your life. Maybe you cut them out from your life for no reason. Try to find friends like that. If you struggle finding friends in real life, go on different chats or groups or anything like that and find friends there. It's highly important to find people who will be supporting you. It's just nice to have such supportive environment, and I'm sure you can relate. It also feels good to you when you praise somebody and give them support and you see the smile on their faces, or you see an instant gratification in their eyes. It's just a beautiful environment, and it also raises your energy, raises your vibration, if you're into that. I am. In terms of books and whatnot, is find books, find audiobooks, watch motivational YouTube videos, watch videos that inspire you. I'm really hoping that this video will be one of it. Step number 5 is more about the mindset. Sometimes we're afraid of doing something because we're terrified of failing. I want you to think about failure in a different way. I want you to change your mindset around it. Think of it as a lesson, a very valuable lesson. This way, if you try and something didn't work out the way you thought it would, it's okay, it's a lesson. And the important part here, you have to learn from that lesson. You can't just be like, oh yeah, whatever, it's a lesson, I'll move on, try it again. No. I want you to analyze what you did or what you didn't do that didn't provide you that success that you wanted. I want you to write it down and write down your action plan on what will you do differently next time. So basically you're going to alter your existing plan to see if you can achieve what you wanted next time. Most of the time we fail and then we feel terrible. We don't want to try again because we would be like, oh, you know, like, what's the point? I'm going to fail again. Yeah, I mean, you can fail again. You will probably fail again, but the more you try and the more you actually analyze why you fail, and you're going to be trying in different ways, because you know, if you keep failing and you're doing this exact same thing, you're going to be failing again and again. Analyze what you did, analyze what you didn't, analyze how you could improve, write down a new action plan, act on it. Also understand that you trying is already a victory, because if you didn't try, you wouldn't even know. You know, you would be dwelling on it. Oh, you know, should I try, should I not try, I'm gonna fail. And I think it actually causes so much anxiety, drains so much energy out of you when you dwell on that. You're like, should I do it, should I not do it, you know, should I film that video? Oh my god, no, I'm gonna look like an idiot, it's gonna be ridiculous. If you fail that video, yeah, your first video is probably gonna be disastrous. Like, this is my first video. I don't think I'm doing that good, but you know, hey, I'm trying. And then I'm gonna learn from it, obviously. Try and do it. Look through that thing that you did. If it failed, analyze it. Be like, okay, you know, like, well, maybe I should have prepared more for it. Maybe I should wrote a more detailed script. Maybe I should have practiced more. Anything like that. And then next time you're gonna do it, be like, okay, look back to all those lessons that you've learned and be like, okay, this time I'm actually going to be paying more attention to this point, but less attention to that point. Try again. And honestly, the more you do it, not only you're learning different ways and skills and everything like that, because everything is going to be leveling you up through all those failures. Every failure is your chance to level up. So it's not only a lesson, but it's also leveling up for you. Take one step at a time to write all of those 5 steps down. To each of those steps, write a little action that you can start doing today. So for example, for step 1, create a Pinterest board and save just 1 or 2 pictures. For step 2, you can do something like buying a nice journal, or maybe digging out that notebook that you were saving for something special. For step 3, you can go to Starbucks and get yourself a different drink that you never tried, or on Pinterest or TikTok, find a drink that, you know, people recommend. Be like, you know, like, latte was like 2 pumps of hazelnut and 1 pump of French vanilla, you know, whatever, try a new drink. And if you're, you know, too embarrassed to order it in person, you can always just take a screenshot and give it to your barista. I'm sure they wouldn't mind. Or you can do it through the drive-thru. Again, that's a huge step, and you tried something new. So you don't have to do it, but you can just write it down. And then combining it all, like the first 3 steps, is going to be like amazing. Like, imagine you have a journal, you went to Starbucks and got yourself a fancy new drink that you haven't tried before. I'm hoping it will be delicious. And then you can start working on your mood board. So it puts you in that instant, you know, like, feel good vibe, feeling where like, oh, you know, like, this is a good time, I'm going to be working on my confidence and it's going to be just amazing. And who knows, maybe if you create that environment, maybe that will push you onto, you know, step 5, to try something. Don't be afraid of failure if it is a lesson. Even if you fail, that's fine. It just means that you'll have to try again and you'll do it so much better. Step 4, you can combine it with step 3. You can call your old friend or call your, you know, good friend and go to Starbucks together, or go to a new restaurant or a new cafe for breakfast or lunch or brunch or dinner or whatever. You can talk to them about what's bothering you, or you can talk to them and be like, hey, you know, like, I realized that I lost my confidence and now I'm working on getting it back. Your friend is going to be so supportive about it. Your friend is just going to be, sure, like, let me know how I can help you, let me know what I can do for you. Try to have like almost like, you know, a fun day like that. You know, be like, oh, today is going to be the day I'm going to start working on my confidence. And, you know, if you can do all those things at once, great. If not, you can extend it up to a week or months. I don't recommend extending it more than that, but start working on it. At least take 1 small step today. It could be just making a list of these 5 steps right here. I'm wishing you all the best. I'm really hoping that this video was useful, inspired you. I'm really hoping to see you in my next video. Bye.